Our greatest glory is not in ever falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Lately, I've been seeing so many people living lives that they don't really want to live, but they're content with it. And by that I mean, not living to the happiest as they can be. And what angers me is when people look at me. No, and I have a good reason to be angered by this. When someone angered, what angers me is when people look at me, say, "Oh, he's always so happy." Dad, you lost all that weight. You look great. I wish I could. Or, Dad, Johnny, you're so smart. I wish I could be as smart as you. You know what? I'm used to being the fat, ugly, dumb kid, alright? Almost 300 pounds. Needed to take medication to lower my cholesterol. I mean, I didn't. But I needed to. I was obese. I was used to being the dumb kid. And teachers made sure that I knew that I was a dumb kid, and I knew it. But I was also the person that said, you know what? I'm not going to be like this. No. You can't be obese, want to do something about it, and then not do something about it. Because you know why? I was obese, I wanted to do something about it, and I did. It's crazy. You know, and I'm also the one that said, you know what? I'm not gonna let you people say how dumb I am. And it was horrible, man. It's like, damn, all these words that came out of teachers' mouth. I don't want to quote anyone, but it was just ridiculous. Like, are you really supposed to make a kid feel that way? I was put in special classes and whatnot. I mean, whatever. People want to do what's best for Johnny Maza, but some of the words that came out of his mouth, man, some of the ways I was treated is ridiculous. And it was really like, yo, I just learned differently, man. And I took that and I made sure I taught myself. I made sure, well, I already know how to read. What can I teach myself? Since reading is a huge thing. Like, if you know how to read, you can do a lot. I went from being what I just mentioned to succeeding into being a salutatorian of my high school. If you don't know what that is, there's valedictorian and there's salutatorian. And salutatorian is right behind valedictorian, basically. I'm the one that said, I'm not gonna be like this. I'm not gonna be overweight. I did something about it. I did the same thing with my emotions. I don't allow myself to be upset and just stay that way. You can't lay in a pile of shit and expect someone to pick you up. Someone may pick you up, but do you really want to wait? Same thing with being upset. Do you want to be upset and wait for someone to pick you up? Or are you going to get the hell out of that shit? Because you know how much better it feels to be out of that. How much better it feels to be happy. Or I see a lot of people that don't have money, but they will always have money to drink and smoke. Are you serious? I've seen people that don't have money to eat, don't have money to hang out with their friends, but they will always have money for drugs. That is not okay. Especially since alcohol, depressant. I mean, maybe I'll help you for that point in time, but in the long run, nah, not gonna help you. Cigarettes? Oh, I have emotional issues. However, I think I'm gonna go smoke some cigarettes. What the? That's ridiculous, man. Or, aside from drugs, music. I'm having relationship issues, but I'm gonna go listen to some Rihanna. What the? Are you retarded? Like, I love all my friends. I love everyone that I come in contact with, honestly. Even if you do me bad, I love everyone. That's one thing I've learned is to appreciate anyone you come in contact with. But it's ridiculous, and it hurts me. And it hurts and it angers me, because there's people that talk about it, there's people that be about it, and there's people that talk and there's no action behind it. But eventually there is. But right now, in these times, nah, action has to come right ahead, right behind those words. You know, you can't just say, "Oh, tomorrow this, tomorrow that," because you know what? Nowadays, tomorrow may never come, and you never know. I see a lot of people expiring, and you know what? I've noticed that it's just so much easier to live happily, to not keep grudges, If you want to keep a grudge, go right ahead. If it makes you happy, keep your grudge. I used to be a huge fan of grudges. Not anymore, man. One thing I've learned is to always appreciate everything. Because if I don't, then I just focus on what I don't have instead of what I do. And you always have to keep in mind, things can always be worse. Like, yeah, maybe your life is boring, so do something spontaneous. Really, I'm really out there, but that's for a reason, and because I choose to be, and it brings smiles to people's faces, you know, and I have stories and whatnot, but it's because I choose to not be boring. I choose to have an exciting life, and so can you, so can anyone. You can decide, you know what, I'm gonna take this towel and throw it in. Done. Or you can take that towel and wipe the sweat off your face and keep it moving. You can do so much, but it's up to you. You can't just keep sitting and waiting for people to pick you up. Sometimes you gotta pick yourself up, Peace and love.